Facebook, send them over to my YouTube Live. Hello, YouTube Live. And last night, and I might do this again right now, we did, I got my phone and we did a time lapse. Um, and that was pretty cool to see the core conditioning in a time lapse. I might do that now. It's a lot of devices set up for the yoga, but it's fun. Still got a little bit of time before we officially begin. All right. Okay. Getting all the machinery going. Welcome, everyone. Another day, another practice here at the Studio G. It is officially time to begin. So, like I was saying, I see more people logging on, so there's a little overlap with my initial intro, but you'll have your mat, set up your space, run the heat how you like. I didn't make a new playlist for today, and I will probably make less new playlists, like 1 or 2 a week, but we'll just use the 4 or 5 different ones for each different type of class from here on, or make your own. Play some music or choose silence. Make yourself ready, and we'll go ahead and actually begin just standing up. So when you're ready, let's have the feet even, and the toes open, and lengthen through the legs, and tuck the tailbone, draw into the core, and then feel the chest open, shoulders back and down. And take deep breath. Continue deep breath. Inhaling very full. And exhale slow and smooth. Take a few more deep breaths, just standing tall, enjoying the breath. And then roll the shoulders. Keep breathing as you loosen up the body. You're going to move in really gentle ways to set up and prepare for moving the body in more vigorous ways. Do both directions. And then do the elbows. And do both directions. Let's do the wrists now. About 3 or 4 times each way. Rolling out the hips. And about 3 times each way or so. And feet together, do the knees. And both directions. Good. Let's go ahead And take the arms overhead and weave the fingers and push up through the hands, and then bend and extend a few times. And then hands come down, switch which finger is woven forward, and then push up and stretch side to side. And come back to center and relax the arms. And we'll go ahead and pat the body down a little bit. So work down the arm, inner and outer arm, and rubbing the wrist, and rubbing the elbow, and rubbing the shoulder. And patting down the other arm, inner and outer arm. We'll do a little rub on the wrist. Rub the elbow, nice little circular motion, rub the shoulder. Okay, patting down the torso. Skip any part you don't want to touch, otherwise get a good pat down from top to bottom, and then work down the hips and the thighs and the legs. Do inner legs and outer legs. And backs of the legs, glutes, low back, and then swing the arms to hit the mid back. And shoulder blade. Both sides. Rubbing hands together, really getting good warm up in before we get to more vigorous things like sun salutations. It's a warm up, but that's a little more vigorous, and this is simpler. Nice, brisk hand rubbing, and then shake out the hands a bit. Good. And let's go ahead and do sun salute A. So we're nice and warmed up now. We'll go ahead and inhale, lift the arms, and place the hands down. Walk back to downward dog. And knees on the floor. Lower to face down. And inhale, lift to cobra, just a comfortable height. Come on down and use the core and inhale, lift, and then push back to downward dog. Lift out of the shoulders, deep breath, and then walk or lightly hop up to the top of the mat. You might need to have the knees bent here a little bit. Relax down the back of the neck. Yeah, lengthen through the spine. Yeah. Arms come up. Arms relax. And again, arms lift. Exhale, downward dog. And you can take hands and knees, or this time inhale, plank. And exhale, lower. And inhale, cobra. You don't have to lift too high, but do keep the arms a little bent, the shoulders back and down. And come on down. Use the core and lift, and push back. Downward dog. Take a deep breath, and then look up. Engage your core, your back muscles and abdomen to jump or just walk. Feet to hands. Fold deeper. If you need the knees bending, that's a great idea. Wider feet helps the forward bends too. We're going to come into a flat back. And stand on up. Arms relax. And again, arms lift. And this time we'll go directly to plank. You're welcome to do hands and knees, otherwise taking the plank. Hug the arms in, rotate the elbows in, take chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Draw into the core, exhale, downward dog. Deep breath. And then walk or hop to the top of the mat. And fold over the legs. Straight back lift. Come on up. And then relaxing the arms. And again, lifting. Inhale, lift. And exhale, plank position. Hover, low push-up or hands and knees. And inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath. Walk or lightly hop up to the top of the mat. Fold over the legs. Straight back lift. Arms come up. Arms relax. And again, arms lift. Draw into the abdomen. Exhale. Hands down. Plank. And hover. Chaturanga. Inhale. Up dog. Draw into the core. Exhale. Down dog. Head down. Hips high. And walk or lightly hop. And fold deeper over the legs. And come on up. Arms lift. And arms relax. Now let's go ahead and take chair pose. Sit a little bit into it or go very deep. And then send the arms back. And inhale, lift the arms. Sending arms back. Inhale, lift. Arms back. Inhale, lift. One more. Arms back. And inhale, lift. Hold. Breathe. And then hands on the ground. And take downward dog. Deep breath in the downward dog. Students who have tight hamstrings can benefit by having their feet wider and their knees bent and heels up. Lift the low back, that really helps with that too. And eventually you can tone more through the legs and press to the heels. Knees down. And let's go ahead and lower all the way. Inhale. Lift to easy cobra. Lift the hands. Send the arms back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift to locust. Exhale, release. Now place the hands near the low ribs and inhale, lift to up dog. And exhale, downward dog. Knees on the ground. And fold the arms under the head and just take a little rest. Child's pose. As a friendly reminder here, you can always rest as much as you need when practicing. You should rest if you're not staying with that smooth yogic breath we want. Let's come on up to sitting or kneeling. Big step up, right foot, runner's pose, and take a twist. Left arm down, right arm up. Come on down. Make a spin to the side, Prasarita pose, and bend the left leg once, and then the right. And come back to center. Draw into the core, and come on up. Open up the arms and the right foot, turn the back foot up, and take warrior two, and then glide down, runner's pose. 8-part bow. Lower all the way. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Hands back alongside low ribs. Inhale, up dog. And draw into the core. Exhale, downward dog. And let's put the knees on the ground again. And child's pose. And come on up to sitting or kneeling. Big step up. Left foot steps up. Runner's pose. And right arm down, left arm up. Runner's twist. Come on down. And then make a spin to the side. And then the right knee once. And then the left. Come on back to center. Draw into the core. Stand on up. And open the left foot. Open the arms. Turn the back foot up. Spread the toes. Take warrior pose. And glide down to runner. Pass through hands and knees position. Lower all the way. Take the arms overhead and inhale extended locust. Exhale, lower. Hands near shoulders. Cobra with the hands a little bit on the high side. Exhale, come down. Bring the hands to low ribs. You could just lift to neutral, otherwise lift up dog, thighs lift, chest opens, and then draw into the core, downward dog. And walk or lightly hop to the top of the mat and fold over the legs. Straight back lift. Inhale, rise up. Forward salute to reverse prayer. Stretching the triceps a little bit. Knitting the core. Small ribs in, abs in. And re-extend, hands come to heart. Feet together. Knees bend a little bit. Or if you feel good in the knees, bend a lot and twist to the right. And if your back or knees hurt, just be lifted and twist like this, like holding like that works good. Otherwise, you're twisting deep, breathing deep, and switching sides. Come on back to center. And take plank. Right knee down, left arm up, side plank. And come back to plank. Left knee down, right arm up, side plank. And come back to plank. Then take side plank with the legs together, or do a kickstand or knee down. And come on back and switch sides. Deep breath. Use the hip strength to lift out of the shoulder. Come on down without rushing. Feel all of that core. Do a vinyasa or just go to a rest pose. That's a good idea. Otherwise, hover, push the feet back, lift and open the chest. Downward dog. Deep breath. Knees down. Go ahead and wag the dog a little bit. Or wag the cat, I should say. And then step the right foot up. Right foot steps up. Back leg lengthens. Left arm down, right arm up. And then coming down. Back foot down. Rise up. Sit low. Stand tall. Arms extend. Yeah. Hands down. Glide back. Downward dog. Knees down. Child's pose. Yeah. Come on up to sitting or kneeling. Big step up with left leg, lengthen the back leg, right arm down, left arm up. Come on down, warrior one. Hands down. Downward dog pose. And if you'd like, you can work through an up dog or a cobra. Take a moment to open the chest and draw into the abdominals. Push back, downward dog. Lift the right leg high and bring the knee to the nose. Lift the leg high again and step up, crescent lunge. Right foot steps up. Inhale, lift. Sit low and stand tall. Deep breath. And take rotated crescent, twisting to the right with half bind. Arms wrapping around. Chest still lifting, not sinking your weight into the legs. You're lifting the spine, lifting the chest as you twist with length and breath. Back leg is strong if that feels okay on your knee and your sacrum. Come on back. To center, put the back heel down. You could lift up and prop up on the elbow, but if you keep the hand down, but still open the chest, take side angle, opening the chest, opening the right knee against the right arm, and come on back to runner. Hold runner stretch with the hands down, or come up and hold the thigh, or bring the arms up. Anjaneya Asana. Exhale. 8-part bow. Arms overhead. Inhale. Extended locust. Exhale, lower. Hands come back. Inhale. Cobra. Exhale, lower. Hands placed by low ribs. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Lift the left leg high. Knee to nose, rounding the back, squeezing the core. Lifting the leg high and stepping up. Crescent lunge. And then taking a nice twist. Opening up in the chest, shoulders back, back leg super strong. Deep, deep breath. And come on down. Back heel down. And you could lift up and go like this, but if you can keep the hand on the floor, and keep the glutes tucking under, the left knee opening, and the chest opening, the ribs peeling back. And that's very nice for more strength and flexibility. And come on down. Runner's pose, knee on the ground. And then work on lifting the chest. Hands on the thigh, lift. And arms extend. Anjaneya. Hands come down. Hands and knees bow. Arms overhead. Inhale, lifting the arms and legs. Exhale, lower. Hands by shoulders. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, come down. Hands by low ribs. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. And then go ahead and walk or lightly hop to sitting at the front of the mat. So walk up and sit down or just hop cross-legged. Hop, legs through. And knees high, chest high. You can hold the ground with the legs. Otherwise, arms out, point the toes, and extend. Then come to low navasana. Move arms and legs up and down a little bit. And release. Hands behind the head. Take left elbow to the right knee and then switch sides. And let's do that for about 20 seconds. Breathing slow and smooth as best you can as you do a little bit of core work. Definitely not traditional yoga, but it helps with certain traditional poses like headstand and side plank, Vashisthasana. Also all the balancing poses on one foot. And when you've enjoyed that nice little session of core, let's rest and reconnect with slow breath and slow down the pulse. Knees to chest. Come on up. Draw the hips back. Knees high, chest high. Again, Navasana. And then let's switch to hands and knees. Take right leg out, lift as high as the hip, lift the left arm. And switch. So the left leg, lift the right arm. Come on down. And go ahead and push back. Dog stretch. Lift the right leg high. And bring the knee to the nose. Lift the leg high again. And take a big step up. Right foot up. Crescent lunge. Sitting low, centering the knee and the foot. Glutes down, abs in. Deep breath. This is a good stretch to help loosen up those muscles we were working so hard, the hip flexor group of muscles. And then hands down, bring the right foot wide. And if you want to, attempt to have the elbows closer to the ground or perhaps on the ground. You could have the back knee down, otherwise keep the knee lifted. Dragon lunge. And then come on up and switch back to a downward dog. Lift the left leg high and bring the knee to the nose. And lift the leg high. Use that same level of core to step up so light. Crescent lunge. Hands down. Move the foot a little wide. Bring the hands to the inside. Maybe just have the hands on the inside or start to bend the elbows a bit, or eventually have the elbows on the ground and the back leg is still very engaged. Nice deep breath in this stretch. Come on up. Exhale. Downward dog. And if you like, work through the flow of adding in up dog. Back to down dog. And knees down. And turn to the side and walk or lightly hop the feet apart. And stretch. Bring the hands to the ankles and hold the stretch a little deeper. Or stay in the first phase. You can even bend the knees if the hamstrings feel overwhelmed. Stay with the breath. Ready, straighten out the back. Stand up tall. Bring the legs closer to each other. Open the toes and then bend the knees for Devi Asana. Bend and stand a few times just to loosen up in the groin. Bend, use the hands to help the knees widen. Either keep it like that or bring the arms up. Sit low. Stay with the breath just a little bit more. And come on up and relax the arms. And slowly bring the feet together. Let's go ahead and stand maybe at the front of the mat, but with a little bit of room. We're going to do the crow. So we're going to squat down for crow. And sometimes having extra mat for your head is helpful in case you're afraid of falling on the hard surface. A cushion is a good thing. You could even put a blanket in front of your face if you're really afraid. And you also can just stay in the squat. You can do seated hip openers. You can do a partial crow on the tiptoes. It's a great way, as long as you're rounding the back and getting used to some of that extra weight on the wrists and squeezing the core. Have the feet come up. Hold as long as you like, and then come back to the squat.
We'll do one more crow. We're going to end up in downward dog with the option of crow jump back. So if you don't want to do another crow, just walk to downward dog or child. If you want to do another crow, you could do that and then take the squat and walk to downward dog, or you can take the crow. And you need to lift the core even as you're lowering the body as you come back lightly. Chaturanga, up dog, downward dog. And next, I'm going to put the knees on the ground and the elbows. Walk the legs way back. Take plank on the elbows. And then the Sphinx. And if you'd like, work on lengthening the arms. But only do that if it feels really good. Maintain the breath. And come on down. Lower. Use the core and lift. And take downward dog or child's pose. And inhale, plank. And hold. Hold for 1 to 2 breaths. And then lower all the way down. Bring the hands a little higher. And now let's do cobra with the shoulders opening back. Lifting the chest. Reaching back through the feet. Deep breath. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands alongside the hips and rotate the head to the right. Rest and breathe. Head comes back to center. And inhale, locust. And come on down and hold the ankles. Hug the knees in and inhale, lift, bow pose. Exhale, release. And let's go ahead and turn the head to the other side and take some rest. Next, we're going to do upward dog sustain. So bring the hands by the low ribs, lift to upward dog and hold, or just hold it briefly, like 1 or 2 breaths, or skip it if your back feels like it needs less back bends. But lift with length, try and lengthen out of the low back to work the stretch into the mid back and open shoulders back, so chest stretches. Hold as much as it works for you. If you can't breathe into it, you should take a rest pose. And draw into the core, downward dog, and then wag the dog a bit to loosen up the back. Come on back. Yeah. Hold the arms under the head, and take a little child's pose. Yeah. Come on up. Bring the legs out from underneath. Extend the legs forward. And take a tabletop. Lift, nice flat tabletop. Open up in the chest. Only take the head back if it feels really good. Feet parallel and lift. Hips down. And legs forward. Arms up. Strengthen the core and breathe deep. And arms relax. Let's lower onto the back. And take knees to chest. Feet to the ground. Feet parallel. Lengthen and open the toes. And inhale, bridge. Maybe hold the hips, help to lift higher if it feels good. Don't overdo the neck, but do breathe and enjoy stretching through the spine, opening the chest. Knees and feet parallel, slightly hugging in. Come on down. You're welcome to do other back bends, any back bend you want. I'm going to teach some wheel pose now. So do wheel or do more bridge or really any back bends. And if your back says, no, please, no more back bends, then do hip openers or twists instead. Anything you want. But otherwise, feet parallel, thighs parallel, as wide as the hips. You pass through bridge, either hold bridge or have the hands a little wider than the shoulders, but parallel, and take a nice wheel. Come on down. If you're doing the bridge, just hold for a long time. If you're doing wheel, do 2 or 3. And you can place the hands a little higher in as you get more open each round. First wheel often doesn't feel great, and then you feel much more open and able for those next 1 or 2. So nice deep wheel. Draw the knees toward the shoulders so your thighs are opening and you're really opening up in the chest. If your back hurts, lift the heels. Otherwise, ground through parallel feet. And come on down. Bring the feet wide. And bend the knees in. Deep breath. And feet together. Knees open. And knees to chest. Let's slowly rock on up. Draw the hips back. We're going to do one more Navasana, a little core. Very good for stabilization of the back after back bends. Do knees bent, holding, or arms out. Eventually straighten the legs. And then see how smooth you can lower the legs as you lift the arms. And come into Dandasana. Nice, straight, strong staff pose. Shoulders feeling extra open after all those back bends, really lifting that chest and sternum, and you keep the lift as you come forward. And you can't expect too much out of your forward bend. We're doing this more for relaxing than to trying to go really far into the muscles. After a deep back bend, the forward bend usually is not feeling fantastic. It's just a good counterbalance. Release that forward bend, open the legs a bit, roll the right hip. Keep sitting up nice and tall. Roll the left hip. Good. Now we're ready to sit cross-legged. Maybe sit on a block or a pillow if you have one. Just rolling the mat up a bit helps. You can sit differently if you don't feel good in the cross-legged. Yes. We're going to sit nice and tall, hips back, sternum open, chest lifting, and then just close the eyes and relax the arms. Just taking a little bit of quiet time, probably about a minute or so. I'm just taking 5 breaths. Come back to the body. Take the right hand on the ground and stretch over. Other side. Come back to center. Now let's take a nice little forward bend here. Come on in. Switch which leg is in front. Stir the spine a little bit just to stay loose in your back. Do a couple rounds each way. And then again, we're going to take a little quiet time. Range the arms, sit tall, close the eyes, and just breathe.
Come on back to center. And let's take a very subtle twist to the right, not even trying hard, but just enjoy relaxing. And twist to the left. Come back to center. And forward bend. Come on up to sitting, and then we're going to do a nice wide straddle. We open the legs, hips back, and stretch to one leg. And take the other side. Come back to center and stretch the arms forward. And go ahead and lift. Let's bring the legs together and reposition the lower onto the back. Knees to chest. Open the arms, take the legs to left with the body twisting right. Other side. Come on back to knees to chest. Next is happy baby. Yeah, feet to the ground, feet together, butterfly. One more hip opening stretch before we take Shavasana. If you think you can do this very comfortably for 5 to 7 minutes, just stay here. Otherwise, 5 breaths. Relaxing more with each exhale. And take Shavasana. Take a deep breath when you're ready. And wiggle the fingers and toes. Bring knees to chest. Give yourself a big hug. And come on up to a comfortable seat. We're going to close class in a comfortable seat. Doing a clearing breath and then 3 ohms. So go ahead and breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. And then inhale for Om. Namaste. Thank you all very much. Classes by donation, so give what you can if you can, or just like and comment and share for other people. Text the link to your friends. It's all very appreciated. It was an excellent session. I'm glad all my friends near and far could join. So thank you for coming today. Yeah, we're going to do deep Hatha Yoga tonight at 6. Next Vinyasa class will be on Thursday at 10:30, and we do the same schedule on Thursday as we do Tuesday. So deep Hatha is on 6 at 6 on Thursday too. Wednesday I've been doing gentle in the morning, but the local landscape people run the leaf blower. It's a little distracting. I'm not sure if it comes through on your feed, but I decided to do Friday night yin instead. So tomorrow night, 6 p.m. core conditioning, not yoga, but we do stretching at the end, and it's a very good fitness workout. So check in for core conditioning at 6 p.m. It will be on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and it gets saved to watch for later. So lots of good things coming up in the near future. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for checking in. And